PK Fire!
Hello guys, Dusty here with another YouTube pickup video. I've almost forgotten how to do this because it's been so long. But yeah, finally another pickup video. We finally have enough games over here that I can justify doing a pickup video. We have about 30 games, which 30 games used to be what I could find in like one trip to the pawn shop or Goodwill every once in a while. But now it's kind of a situation where it's like, first of all, everything that I find at the thrift store and pawn shop, it's like, oh, games. Oh, I already have all of them. So that's one of the major issues that I run into nowadays. And the other thing is I don't get out there very much because I work most of the hours the pawn shop's open. I could feasibly stop there 2 days, but I work so much nowadays it's hard to even justify going out and looking for video games. But I still want to try to keep doing it. I still want to build my collection, all that. It's kind of a thing where yeah, it's a lot of effort. But I do have a lot more newer stuff here and some pawn shop and thrift store finds from the past few months. So I think the last time I talked to you guys was like right after I started my new job. So new job's going well. This is also a little bit of a channel update too, I guess. But new job's going well. I'm making more than I made before. I'm making enough to sustain life, so that's good. It's better than I was last year. So let's see. We've got video games to get into. Why just sit here and wait? Well, we have video games to show. So for starters, I'm just gonna go through some of the Switch stuff that I have to hand because it's right next to me. None of this is gonna be in chronological order because I can't remember the chronological order, but I picked up all these games in like the past 4 or 5 months. So to get started, we've got actually some Switch games that I ordered when my Best Buy Gamer Club unlocked was about to expire. Figured I'd go ahead and get these ordered, get these in. These are ones that I was kind of wanting to get anyway. So I figured I'd go ahead and get them ordered. And I also pre-ordered about $600 of just pre-orders. So I have the Gamer Club discount on them, which is nice. That should hopefully hold up for a little while. And then, yeah, I'm going to have to pay full price for video games again. Not very fun, but what are you going to do? So, to get started, we got one of them, Castlevania, sorry. See, this is the thing about this game. It's Bloodstained, Ritual of the Night. And you got, of course, the Switch game there. It came with the jewel case free, and it's a very, very pretty jewel case. It's already a little scratched, though. It came a little scratched, and it's probably been a little bit more scratched since it's been in my possession, because it's kind of been shuffled around and everything, but that's kind of what you expect with game case. It's kind of an unfortunate thing, but what are you going to do? This is made to hold the PS4 disc and the Switch disc, or was this on Xbox One? It might have been on Xbox One. But yeah, it's the guy who did Castlevania. He did this, and yeah, apparently it's really freaking good. So glad I went ahead and picked up that. Then we also got a couple more Switch games. We got Super Mario Maker 2, which I've played a little bit of. Is it even in here right now? No, it's in my carrying bag for the Switch. But yeah, I played a little bit of Mario Maker 2, but the problem with Mario Maker 2, the major problem with it, is it came out right before Fire Emblem, which we'll get to later. But yeah, so I haven't played a ton of this, but it is pretty fun. It's basically Mario Maker just on the Switch with some new stuff. So and Mario Maker was great already. So just having that on the Switch is kind of nice. Then we also decided to get, I already have this Bloodstained Ritual of the Night there. I don't know why I picked that up again there. I thought I had 4 Switch games that I had gotten in. Yeah, I might not have. But then we also got this. It was like $15, and I really like Monopoly. I like what they did with the Switch Monopoly. So I went ahead and picked up the Monopoly Game Night pack, or the Hasbro Game Night pack for the Switch. So yeah, it also comes with a bunch of other games. It was like $15. I think that was actually the sales price, so it was like $12 for just this. So figured I'd pick it up. Why not? With Gamer Club and all that. All right, so next up, I suppose we're just going to go on to some Goodwill and pawn shop pickups. So I just have to kind of figure these out here. These are probably supposed to go in the last video, but they were in my living room, so I didn't have them to hand. but I had managed to find at the Goodwill, I believe at the same trip, if I remember correctly, Yamaha Supercross on the Wii. I like kind of these licensed racing titles. They're a lot of the times they're not very good, but you know, doesn't hurt to pick them up and try them out. And we also got Tasmanian 2. I can't even speak. The Tasmanian Tiger 2 Bush Rescue. This is a game that I had as a kid. I also have the original one right here. I had no idea what happened to my copy, so finding this at the Goodwill for $3 was pretty nice, because pretty much any GameCube game for $3 nowadays is a good find, and it's complete in nice shape. And I think Yamaha Supercross was too. So nowadays it's just so difficult to find GameCube games in good shape. It really is. It's sad how difficult it is. But you know, that is what it is, I suppose. And yeah, Supercross is also complete in good shape. $3. I figure, you know, what the heck, might as well go for it. I think I might have actually gotten that for $2 because sometimes they just ring them up for $2 for me. It's kind of nice of them. Whatever. Let's see. Next up, I'm trying to get these all kind of out here and figuring out which ones were from which trips quick. Because some of these were Goodwill, some of these were pawn shops, so. Okay, I think I got them in the right order now. So, and what one was this? This one was pawn shop. Okay, so I managed to find some Xbox games at both the Goodwill and the pawn shop on the same day, I believe it was. It was crazy, just coincidence thing. As these things go. Usually whenever I find games at the Goodwill, I find them at the pawn shop. Does it make any sense? No. Does it happen? Yes. So, yeah, to get started, we had True Crime Streets of LA, because I did not have that on the Xbox before. So now I do have it on the Xbox. We got MotoGP 2, and main reason I bought this one primarily was because, well, for one thing, I didn't have it. For another thing, it's System Link compatible. So you can play it on X-Link Online with the retro community and me, of course, if you ever want to do that. Just reach out in the comments, and I'll probably even link the Discord in the video description if I remember it. But yeah, really nice group of people. We play a bunch of X-Link games. It's fun. Well, System Link games on the internet. It's really easy to set up too. But anyway. Then we also got Need for Speed Underground 2, because why not? Once again, I didn't have it. I believe every single one of these games is complete. I pretty much just won't pick up a thrift store game if it's not complete anymore, unless it's like really worth more than asking price. Like, for instance, if it was like Samurai Western, for an example, and it was $2, I'm not going to say, no, I'm not going to pick it up. No. Granted, I already have that one complete, so I'd probably just sell it, but whatever. We got Brute Force, which is another System Link game, so good to find that one. We got Colin McRae 2005, once again, another System Link game, so, and the more racing games, the better. I do like my racing games. And then we got Dynasty Warriors 4, because I didn't have it, so, and those were all complete, by the way. I mean, once again, kind of the way I am nowadays, I find it very difficult to just even go out of my way to pick up video games that aren't complete unless they're really interesting to me. So it just gets confusing, because then I just want to end up upgrading them later on. So right now I have probably like 200 games where it's like I just have upgrade copies, and I need to get rid of those 200 games, but getting rid of games is arduous process for me right now, because I don't really have the time to do so. So yeah, we did get some pawn shop games too here. Some Xbox, a PlayStation 2 game, an Xbox 360 game. So we got Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Once again, I don't know why I buy games to resell them anymore. It's like, it's a habit of mine, when realistically I don't have the time to resell the like 200 ones that I already have that I need to resell, which reselling used to be the way I funded my video game collection, by the way. Pretty much everything you see here was bought through, you know, just finding duplicates and reselling them. Because I'm a dirty reseller. No, I feel like I resell for the right reasons, where it's like, okay, the fact of the matter is, it either goes to me, who's trying to build their video game collection, or it goes to a reseller who's, you know, trying to make some extra money off of it. You know, it is what it is. But, yeah, we did get Buffy the Vampire Slayer there. which is a semi-uncommon game, from what I remember, or it's just one that there are a lot of really adamant Buffy the Vampire Slayer fans out there, so I think that's where that game gets its value. And also Chaos, the Chaos one I think is a little bit more expensive, but anyway, then we got Intellivision Lives, kind of cool. I already had this on the GameCube, but good to have it on the Xbox too. By the way, all of these complete once again. Then we got Doom 3 in the Steelbook case. I think I had Doom 3 before, but not in the Steelbook. And once again, this is also System Link, so I actually played this one a little bit yesterday night with some people. And we also got Marvel Ultimate Alliance Special Edition. It includes a bonus disc. I didn't have this before, so I figured I might as well go ahead and grab it. Then I also bought Dragon Ball Z Battle of Z, because, once again, why not? And let's see. Yeah, this one was the one with the digital kind of manual thing. You can usually tell if they have kind of this printout inside them if the manual is digital. I think that's the case anyway. Who knows? Maybe it was just missing the manual. I don't know. So anyway, let's see. Next up on the list, once again, one game that I already had, and these were Goodwill games for $2 a piece. There's a Spider-Man. Once again, I bought this one to flip to, once again, fun video game collecting. But as it stands, yeah, I just need to get around to selling that one because I already have a perfect shape one just on my shelf. Then we also got the Contender 2, which I didn't have before, which is pretty exciting. I think I had Contender 1, but I didn't have the second one. Next up, some loose Pawn Shop and Goodwill Game Boy DS and Game Boy Advance games. Getting those all ready for y'all. Okay, so yeah, I'm just not gonna really put too much effort into going in any kind of order for these. We got Konami Collector's Series Arcade Advance. It has some arcade games on it. Nice little thing. I think it was probably $2 at the pawn shop. Then we got Tomb Raider. Once again, also $2 at the pawn shop on the Game Boy Color. If the camera will focus and you can actually see that. Come on. You can do it. My light isn't behind my camera right now, so... One of the reasons why I had to do this pickup video today is because I'm trying to clean up back here and clean up my gaming setup over here. And yeah, it's just kind of became a problem. At this point, I'm just going to quit promising the game room tour. I've been promising it since 2015, but it's never been really in the shape to show it off. So, yeah, I mean, maybe someday, but I'm not going to give like a certain day I'm going to do it. But I'd love to do it someday. It's just I need to find the time to actually get things organized enough to show it is the thing. And then it's going to be like a big extravaganza, probably multiple parts, probably a lot of just showing off the shelves, showing off my like setup when I actually have it all set up the way I want it. Because I'm planning on ordering whatever I need to get it set up for that today. And then also my modern gaming setups, my living room and stuff. And also for the people who watch my vinyl record videos, my hi-fi setup. So all that fun stuff in the future. But anyway, we got Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. Once again, I think I already had this one. I get in the habit of whenever I see a good deal, I buy it. I don't question it. I just buy it. Really kind of a bad mentality, but it's just my brain's been wired a certain way for so many years that that's how I buy video games. But realistically, I just don't have the time to sell them onward. So, I just have them in a big pile right now. I need to figure out time to do that, really. I need to figure out time to get those games into the hands of people who really want them. So, it's one of those things where... But I also want it to help fund my collection, too. Because, I that's kind of what I built this city off of. That's kind of what I built this all off of is, video game collecting without spending a ton of money. Like all the video games on my shelf, I didn't spend near what, you'd go on eBay and spend on them. It's always been kind of a fundamental aspect of the way I collect is going out and finding games, not just, ordering the ones on eBay that you see. Because then you have a story to them. Like, for instance, there's a story to this copy of... I'm just going to pull a random game off the shelf right here. There's a story to this copy of Dark Watch. I probably bought it around circa June of 2016. It was $1.99 from the pawn shop because I generally don't take the stickers off my games if I'm actually keeping them. This was back in the era where I'd buy a game without a manual just because I didn't have it before. And a lot of the times I will if it's something as cool looking as this, but yeah, it's just one of those things, I guess. But and a lot of these stories have been long forgotten, unfortunately. But the fortunate thing is that's probably in a pickup video somewhere, and that's why I do these pickup videos. And I'm sorry I'm going on a ramble rant kind of thing, but that's why I originally started doing these pickup videos, was to, one, contribute to the slowly dying pickup video community on YouTube. It was slowly dying, at least when I started on it. And also, of course, to document my journeys in collecting, so eventually I could go back through, watch all these videos, and I could figure out the story behind buying Dark Watch in 2016 for however much I paid for it. So, yeah, that's kind of the nice thing about these videos. I mean, I started doing them ever since I had something like, I want to say 350, 400 video games. So, and now I have an amount that is significantly more than that. I can't say exactly for sure. I haven't counted how many video games I have, but it's more than 300. So, yeah. Anyway, moving on to the actual pickups, the things that you guys came here to see. We got the Game & Watch Gallery 3, which I don't believe I had before. I didn't really check, though, so I might have it. I also got Flip Tool. It's a Taito game, so I figured I'd pick it up for $2. We got Kirby's Pinball Land, because I did not have that before either. These are all $2, by the way. Then we got another copy of Super Mario Land from the Goodwill from $3. Once again, I don't know why I do this to myself. Now I'm going to have to figure out how to get rid of this game for more than $3, which takes time, you know. Anyway, we also got, at one point, these are just in my wallet for the longest time because that's where I put loose DS games generally. But we got, for $2 each, Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars. I think I might have showed this actually in another pickup video, but whatever. It was in the pile. And then I also got Trauma Center 2 Under the Knife. Under the Knife 2. I can't remember. I don't know. The Trauma Center games, though, I've heard are very good. So I think I have most of them now. I think I'm missing one. Here we just have a random, somewhat recent Goodwill pickup. This is SimCity Creator. Yeah, it looks interesting, and it looked very interesting for $3, so I figured I'd give it a shot. It's probably about what it's worth, like on eBay or something like that. But once again, I'm not into how much video games are worth. I'm into how much they interest me. I mean, I'd much rather pick up a copy of SimCity Creator than, let's just say, a copy of a game that I already have that it's like, you know, there's nothing new there. There's nothing interesting, I guess. So there you go. So we got a couple more games to go through yet. Just wanted to check my timestamp. We're around 18 minutes, which is why I like to keep these videos around a half hour, which is why I like to, you know, have a decent amount of video games to show off. But yeah, nowadays it's getting more and more difficult. So is what it is. Maybe I'll do more talking videos. We'll see how it goes. But if you want more talking videos of me just talking about random stuff, let me know in the comments. But and I also plan on, of course, hopefully being somewhat active on Twitch again eventually. I have to reset up all of my setup for streaming right now. So yeah, that's something that'll be coming up eventually, hopefully. But yeah. So yeah, more video games. We got this one, Persona 2 New Cinema Labyrinth. I bought the first collector's edition. Mine has, unfortunately, a very small dent there, but I bought the first collector's edition a while after it came out. Now that one's kind of shot up in price. I managed to get this one at launch for the Gamer Club unlocked price. I think it was like $55, $60 or whatever. But yeah, it had the Koromaru plush in it, which is worth it alone. I didn't play the first game yet. In fact, I still haven't beat Persona 5. But Koromaru plush, I mean, that just makes the sale for me. Unfortunately, this one didn't come with a soundtrack, which is really disappointing for Persona games because the soundtrack's always just marvelous in Persona games. But it does come with some nice stuff. It comes with, it's sad when the features include Outer Box. It's like, believe it or not, I think that one's kind of a given. I believe it does actually come with the Outer Box. I'm not sure. I'd have to open it to check. Well, I wouldn't have to open it. You can see it right here. Whatever. It says Outer Box right here. I don't know if you can see it with my camera set up right now, but it says includes Outer Box on there. So, yeah, I don't understand that logic, but whatever. We got a deck of playing cards in it, though, and an art book, which I like art books, so that's good. And, of course, the Koromaru plush is what sold it to me, pretty much. Koromaru's awesome. He's a dog from Persona 3, by the way. And let's see, next up, we'll go ahead and go on to the probably biggest item in this video. Oh, my. Soul Calibur 6 Collector's Edition. Yep, I went ahead and bought this because it was $50 on Amazon for a while. $50 brand new. So went ahead and grabbed this. It came with a Sophidia figure. Yeah, it's really, really nice. I do quite like the Soul Calibur games. At least I really liked Soul Calibur 2. Played a little bit of Soul Calibur 4. Didn't play Soul Calibur 5 at all. But, yeah, I mean, that being said, it's a nice little set. I don't have the figure to show you, but it's a really nice figure. It's in my living room right now, actually, displayed proudly with my other figures in my living room. Well, actually, I'm just on speakers, so... or on a speaker. I'm not sure. Anyway, but yeah, it has Soul Calibur 5. It comes with the compilation soundtrack in here. I wish they would have put the soundtrack in like a different sleeve because I like to keep my soundtracks with my soundtrack kind of set, I guess. But you know, I can probably. Well, what I can do is I can just keep the game in the jewel case and keep this in my soundtracks, I guess. Or not the jewel case. In the Blu-ray case that it comes in, and yeah. It makes noises too. I'm gonna see if I can get it to go a little bit louder by playing like the speaker here. The legend will never die. Yeah, it's really cool. It's a really nice little set. For $50, it was pretty much a steal. Couldn't pass it up. Also, a little tiny art book, like a really tiny art book. That's kind of the sad thing about this. I feel like they cut a lot of corners on the little things to fit the figure in there for like the $160 budget, because like that's a $100 figure plus a $60 game. So they kind of just were like, just go ahead and make the art book very small. It's a very nice looking art book, very nice illustrations, very well done. It's just tiny. So, you know. It is what it is. I'm used to slightly larger art books for my video games, so that's okay. Still probably go on the coffee table with all my other art books. Let's see. Then next up, we alluded to this one earlier. Fire Emblem Three Houses. Yeah, I've been playing that lately. I'm probably about 25 hours in. That's where all my free time has been going lately because that game is so freaking good. It is really good. I started playing Fire Emblem Path of Radiance on the GameCube on my Twitch stream and really liked it, but it was a very difficult game to stream because I was trying to get the hang of like the aspects of Fire Emblem while trying to stream, which is a difficult thing to do. But now that I have the hang of it with Three Houses, I'll probably actually be able to stream that game comfortably. But yeah, I mean, this is the Seasons of Warfare edition. It includes the game, you would hope, Steelbook. Well, you can't take that for granted nowadays. A lot of collector's editions don't include the game for some reason. But yeah, you got the Steelbook, you got the art book, you got the sound selection CD, and you got a 2020 calendar. In fact, I'm going to show you some of that stuff because it's in here, and I didn't take it out yet. Well, I did take it out, but I put it back in. As you can see, much larger art book than the Soul Calibur one. There it is, making noise again. But yeah, much larger, like over twice the size of an art book there. That's fun. I don't know if you could hear it, but the Soul Calibur case went off again. Yeah, really nice art book. I mean, It's just Nintendo kills it with their art books that they include with stuff like Xenoblades is amazing. This one's obviously amazing. Amazing illustrations, character drops, and everything. This is definitely going on the coffee table for sure. Then let's see. It also came with the 2020 calendar, which I don't probably have space to actually put anywhere. It didn't come with the game in a retail case, but I'm fine with that because this. I'm going to show you it because it's so good. There that is again. But yeah, you got the 2020 calendar, which this is actually really cool. It comes in this little slipcase here. And yeah, I mean it's one of these flip out desk calendars. But the cool thing about it is it actually has the Fire Emblem months on it. So it has the Guardian Moon as January. It has the Lone Moon as March, Blue Sea Moon as July, you know, that kind of thing. It's really nice. Really nice, just attention to detail kind of thing that I really like. Like they could have just done like December and that wouldn't have been any fun. Yeah, so this is going to go back in the box, where it will probably forever rest because I don't have any space for a desk calendar. But it's the thought that counts. And I hope to have enough space to display that someday. But yeah, it also comes with the soundtrack in its nice little separate case there. And it also comes with, of course, the Steelbook, which is a really just beautiful Steelbook. Like, camera doesn't do it justice. It is really nice looking. It looks like all marbled and steel, and it's great. Obviously, the game isn't in there because it's in my Switch. Yeah, I bought that too. Oh, and here's Soul Calibur 4 in its retail case. I just have it down there. So, yeah. This retail case is probably going to go on my shelf. Then the Steelbook's probably going to go with my soundtracks, as these things sometimes go. Let's see. Then next up, we have one more pickup. Unless I'm missing something. Let me scan around quick. Nope, one more pickup. And it is a good one. This is actually like probably my first eBay game buy in a very long time. But it's kind of a thing where I saw it on impulse. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do it. And that is Shin Megami Tensei Persona on the PlayStation Portable. Now, I did already have Shin Megami Tensei Persona on the PlayStation Portable, but I just had the case version. I didn't have the exceedingly hard to get box version, which the box includes the soundtrack. Now, my copy is sealed. I have not opened it yet, so what I'm going to do with this, and these games have gotten stupid expensive lately. I mean, this game is like $85 sealed alone. Like, to put it in perspective, I bought Persona 2 Innocent Sin in the box set, and Persona 3 Portable a couple years ago for $65 in an eBay lot. It was just those three games, $65. Now this game alone goes for at least $65. So yeah, it's kind of gotten crazy. This bundle itself goes for about $100. I mean, well, you know, kind of $100 to $120 to $150, depending on condition. This one's condition is really good. The only thing is the jewel case is cracked. And there is also a little stressing on the box in some spaces. I'm not going to open it right now because I'd need something to like make it so that this doesn't like tear up. But yeah, it's the soundtrack is nice. It's just the jewel case is cracked, so I can replace that jewel case and it'll be as good as new. But yeah, that's pretty much everything, I think. So I'm going to go ahead and sell this one off whenever I get the chance to do so, because I don't really collect sealed games, so don't really need it. No real reason for this. And this game is, by the way, not sealed. So I figured, you know what? Buy this one for $105, sell mine for $85. I figure I get the box set for $30. It'll look really nice next to this box set here on the shelf. So yeah, kind of a nice situation. Even though this one's not in quite as good a shape, but granted, it was like $25 at the end of the day. You can't complain about that. Okay, so I'm back again. Yeah, different hair probably, different facial hair probably. different shirt probably, because this is a different day. This is a much different day. This is like at least a month later. And the reason why the video does not end at the point where it was about to end is because the same day I had finished recording that, it was on a Sunday, just like today is. And something insane happened. So I decided, you know what, I want to go ahead and add something else to this whole pickup video, because it was crazy. It was really crazy. So in the last pickup video, well, last part of the pickup video, if you recall, I had pulled a random game off my shelf and said, you know, like this game for an example of it just having a story. I think it was what it was about. Fast forward an hour later at the Goodwill. You can't make stuff like this up. I found that very same game again. And it was complete. So there you go. Perfect. I now have a complete copy of this game that I was talking about, so this one can go somewhere else. Because this one now is the one with the story. That one has a story now too, but still. I'm going to go ahead and just put that one on the shelf because it's complete, in good shape and everything. So, along with that game, though, that wasn't the only game I found there. Just got to rummage through here a little bit. Sure, I got everything I found there that day. Oh, yep. So, for one thing, we got another copy of Super Smash Brothers. The only person who's going to find this one interesting is me, because this one actually has promo materials that I didn't have before from the... This is an original release. I dropped the other game. Yep, this is an original release because it has the original registration card in it. So, in the original... If you like Super Smash Bros. Brawl, you might like all these other video games cards. So yeah, did not have those cards in good condition. So now I do. So that's why I paid $3 for this. Excuse me. So yeah. Then I also bought Crash Twinsanity, which I was pretty sure, and we're gonna find out together. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I have 2 copies of on the shelf. This one's part of a set. This one isn't. But yeah, both of these seem to be... Yeah, I didn't think I had these games complete for some reason. But I actually have 2 complete copies of it. So now I have a 3rd complete copy for some reason. So this is a different version than either of these. I can't tell this is covered up. Well, whatever. I already have it, so... Not a very eventful pickup. But the other game that I found, and I also found out that that Dark Watch game is like a $20, $25 game. So pretty cool to find a second copy of it. But speaking of $20, $25 games, along with that, I found Champions of Norath, which I did not have this game before as far... Now I got to double check myself. See. Yeah, I don't see it in my C's. So yeah, this should be the first copy of this game I own. So that's cool. Always happy to find a new game to add to the collection. So that one's going in the collection, obviously. A little bit of wear down here because it didn't get put in the case properly. In fact, I'm gonna fix that right now. Make sure it's all up in the case the way it should be. That happens from time to time on these cases. But yeah, it's complete, nice shape. So. Other than that, so for $2, well, actually it was $3. They charged me $3 because the cashier at the Goodwill didn't know what I was doing, didn't know what she was doing. But because yeah, PS2 games are obviously $3. I mean $2, and the Wii games are obviously $3. It's a weird system already, but I mean, charging me $3, yeah, whatever. Moving on, we found, I think, a day or 2 later. Yeah, it had to be a day or 2 later because it was a Sunday. So it had probably been the next Thursday. I found, for $2, the DJ Hero set at the pawn shop. I don't know where I put the receiver, but it also came with the receiver. So figured, heck, for $2, might as well go ahead and pick up DJ Hero. I like Guitar Hero games, and this is a nice little set. It goes like this, so who doesn't like that? Does it have batteries? Does it include It does have batteries with them, but they are corroded. So... Doesn't look like they damaged the terminals, but still, batteries are corroded. Whatever, fine. As long as it doesn't damage the machine, that's okay. But yeah, got that for $2. Did not have DJ Hero before, so now I do. going through, I found another game at the Goodwill. Another PS2 game at the Goodwill. And by the way, I'm just rattling through pickups from like the past month now. So picked up actually a semi-decent amount of games this month compared to the last few months. So in fact, almost as many as I feel like was in the last pickup video. But pickups have been picking up a little bit more because I've been going to the Goodwill and Pawn Shop a little bit more lately, despite the fact they still have not finished the construction on the road to the Goodwill. So I have to go like at least, I would say, about 12 minutes out of my way after work to go to the Goodwill and actually get on my way backtrack to home. Whereas it used to just be right on the way home, so I could, just pop in there quick. Wouldn't take any extra time to my commute at all, but because the stupid city that I live in has decided to completely tear up the road there and not work on it for 4 months or 5 months. Well, the road's been taken down since February, and right now it is September. So that's how quickly things move there. But anyway, that's not what you want to hear about. You want to hear about the pickup. So we managed to find this Greg Hastings Pinball Tournament Maxed. Now, for most of you, this will be like, oh yeah, you found a paintball game. But for me, I found an X-Link compatible game, which for those of you who don't know, it's System Link compatible, so you can play it on an online service called X-Link with other people online. It's crazy. You can play PS2 games online if they have System Link anyway. So yeah, cool stuff. Actually, you'll play with 10 players, so that's awesome. Yeah, and this is the maxed version, so this is the definitive edition of it, at least on the PlayStation 2. So yeah, and it was $2. They charged me the right price that time, so that's good. Let's see. Next up, we got some games from the Goodwill. Some more games from the Goodwill. I want to make sure I have all of the ones from that trip here. I think so. So these are each $3 a piece, which I'm fine with paying for anything that looks decent that's in the case for DS, because in the case DS games are getting harder and harder to find. It's like, yeah. I want to buy any of the interesting games I managed to find, or interesting looking games anyway. So for one thing, I found Spitfire Heroes, Tales from the Royal Air Force, which I like dogfighting games, so it'll be cool to add this to the collection. I can't remember if it's complete or not. Nope, it doesn't seem to be complete unless it's hiding behind the precautions booklet, the manual, that is. I can hardly talk today. I apologize. Maybe today's not the right day to shoot a pickup video, but still. Yeah, that. Video game. We picked one up. There you go. The next up, we got one that looks kind of interesting too. Glory Days 2. I've never heard of Glory Days 1. I've never heard of the series as a whole. This one, it feels really light, so I'm pretty sure it is just the game card in the case, but just game card in the case, but still. Looks interesting enough, once again. Looks like a two-dimensional kind of dealio here. Yeah. Artwork kind of sold me on it. $3 also for that one. And then we got Tom Clancy's End War. This one, if I remember, yep, this one is complete, and was complete when I picked it up. It was $3, so I figured, what the heck, it's a Tom Clancy game, might as well pick it up. Why not? It looks like an RTS, almost, so that's also another reason to buy it. And it looks like it took place in 2020. Well, we can be looking forward to tensions between U.S., Europe, and Russia igniting in massive global conflict. Conflict? What? What's a conflict? This is just gonna be blooper reel, pretty much. That's what this video is going down to. I apologize ahead of time, but yeah, Tom Clancy's End War for the DS, and it's a strategy game. So yep. And then also along with those, there were some 3DS games. So, and these ones are actually sealed for some reason. So even more of a bonus. We got Chimna Laval's Journey. It's a Lego game. I like the Lego games, so I'll take it. Looks mildly interesting. So some people don't like the Lego games. I'm kind of into them, so it's cool to find that. Then we got Dream Trigger 3D, which is probably not even worth the $3 I paid for it, because it's such a cheap game. But I've never actually played it, never seen it played, so I can't. It looks like a handheld shooter. That looks fun. It might be a fun game and all. It might have just been free on the eShop or whatever. I don't know. I don't know why it's so cheap, but whatever. And we got Spirit Camera, which, from what I remember, is a really cool game. So, yeah. Cool thing to have. And I think this one's actually still like a $20 game, so not bad for $3.
The other ones are probably worth what I paid for them. So there you go. It's just, when you find complete 3DS games for $3, it's like, when you find them, you might as well buy them. I almost feel like, but whatever. It's not important. So,
Later on in time, from that, the pawn shop had some PlayStation 1 games in the case. So, figured I'd go ahead and pick up some of those, the ones that I didn't have. And it turns out I only didn't have one. So, I picked up Razor Racing for $2 on the PlayStation 1. And it's complete in good shape and everything like that. So, no worries there. But yeah, from what I remember, wasn't this created by like the original creators of Tony Hawk before Tony Hawk came out? I want to say. I don't know. I feel like it had something to do with the creators of Tony Hawk. Or some of the developers. I don't know. Whatever. It's Razor. It's basically shovelware, but it's a game for the PlayStation 1 I didn't have, so figured might as well pick it up for $2. It could be a little bit of fun. And I also bought another one of these. This is a memory card holder. Yeah, a little jewel case. You can put memory cards in it. It had a little Mad Catz memory card in it. So, and they just charged me $2 for it. I'm fine with that. I like these little cases. I already had one. I think a different looking one right here. So this one was $2.50, but I think it came with more memory cards. So, and yeah, this one's full. So if I get any more PlayStation 1 memory cards, then I'm gonna need another one of them anyway. So, yeah, there's that. Another little memory card case. Are they both made by Performance? Yeah, they are. They're just different versions of the same case. That's cool. All right, and then we also got. Get ready for this one. Green Dog. Yep, we got Green Dog on the Sega Game Gear, the Beached Surfer Dude, which is cool. Never played this. It was a video game rental apparently. Somebody rented this out to children, and it was $2. Came with a little case. So, what's not to like there? $2. Figured I'd go ahead and buy it for that. I don't know how much it's worth, but it exists, so I purchased it. Moving right along, this was all one trip to the pawn shop with a bunch of games, just stupid bunch of games. And this is after I don't think I had been to the pawn shop in like a month, and somehow they mashed just a ton of random N64 sports games for $2, and they also had a copy of. I'll show you this one here. Jeopardy for the Sega CD in their case for like ever. And I was like, I'm not even going to bother to pull it out to see how much it is. Probably asking too much for it. And it's only $5. So I figured, $5 for a copy of Jeopardy for the Sega CD. I could do a lot worse. And it's complete, nice shape. So figured I'd go ahead and pick it up. Oh, yeah. The N64 games. I think there was 12 of these N64 games. 12 of them. Let's see. And also some Master System games in there, too. So we got NFL Quarterback Club 99, which I bought because I didn't have it. And, I mean, I might someday go for a complete N64 set. GameCube and N64 are really the only consoles I plan on going for complete sets for. After that, I don't think I plan on going for any more. But, yeah, N64 and GameCube are just very near and dear to my heart, so I figured I'd go for it. We got F1 World Grand Prix, which I also didn't have, so I went ahead and picked it up. I don't know if you guys are seeing these very well with the light shining on. My camera needs a lot of light to actually make the picture look all that good. That and the label for that doesn't look very good to begin with. And from what I remember, that game's horrible too, so it's interesting enough reason to pick it up. We got Jeremy McGrath's Supercross 2000 there, which it's a motocross game. I'll pick up a motocross game any day of the week for $2. That looks kind of interesting. We got one that you don't see a lot in Iowa, FIFA 64. We're not big into soccer over here. We use all of our fields for corn. We got All-Star Baseball 99. Another game I just didn't own. So figured I'd pick it up. We got Major League Baseball featuring Ken Griffey Jr. Once again, all of these were $2, so ended up being like $24 for
I don't know if it was a waste of money or not, honestly. But, you know, I might go ahead and just try to go for a full set of N64 games. I already have most of the expensive stuff anyway. We got Kobe Bryant and NBA Courtside. So it's just little things like this I have to find now. We got In the Zone 98. NBA, I presume. We got another Supercross game, Supercross 2000. Was the other game Supercross 2002? No, it was Jeremy McGrath Supercross 2000. That's weird. Okay, whatever. You got both on the same console, Jeremy McGrath Supercross 2000 and just Supercross 2000 from EA. One's Acclaim and one's EA, so they are different games, but it's weird. It's really weird. And then you got Wayne Gretzky's 3D hockey. Can't pass up a good hockey game either. And then we got just a big old pile of Game Gear games, just a big old pile of them. So get right into. Oh no, and we also got Madden 2000, which I also somehow didn't have. So, yeah, there's that. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I guess it was only 11 N64 games. So there you go. But we also got just random $2 Game Gear games that I didn't have. We got Wheel of Fortune. Why not? We got Haley Wars. I'll open up for you so you can read it and be the judge of what it's actually called. Haley Wars. You saw it. It's Haley Wars. Whatever. We got Solitaire Fun Pack. We've got Slider, which looks like Pac-Man on some kind of drugs. And then we got Road Rash. So yeah, there you go. Each of those were $2. Not too bad. And we got one more little pile right here, which I really don't want to spoil, so we're gonna be careful about. So, for starters, we got some Xbox games from the Goodwill. There was a big stack of them, but I only didn't have 3 of them, so I picked up the 3 I didn't have. Each of them were $2. We got Moto Trend's Lotus Challenge, which only has the registration card in it and the disc, so not complete, but it was an interesting enough thing. I like these license, just one brand of car games for some reason, because it's like you could buy a car game with a lot of variety, or you could just buy one where you race around in Lotuses. It's always kind of fascinated me a little bit, I guess. But we also got Fable: The Lost Chapters, which I did not have before on the Xbox. I just had the original Fable, so I think that one's just the original game with the expansion, I think, if I remember correctly. And it was complete in good shape. Then we got Mech Assault 2 Lone Wolf, which I didn't have before, and this one's another excellent game, which I had downloaded to my Xbox's hard drive, so now I don't have to pirate it anymore like a dirty pirate. So that's good. Let's see. The other games. Let's see. So this was just a random pawn shop find. Once again, a kind of situation where this is actually the only new PlayStation 2 game that was just out there at all. But it's Full Metal Alchemist 2, Curse of the Crimson Elixir. Has all the discs in it, and it's in really nice shape. So $2 isn't bad. I don't have the first Full Metal Alchemist game, and I've never watched the anime either. I think it's based off the second season, which is supposed to be the better season. For those of you who don't know, by the way, I like anime too. A lot of people don't know that from my YouTube channel, but yeah, I have a collection of anime and everything too. I just picked up Angel Beats even, so there you go. Cool stuff. I had this in my hand because I had gotten that on the same day. So, and this is a hard one for me to get. Dang it! I think it cost me all in like $40 to get, which, I mean, in fact, the matter is that's better than what it's going for right now. It's going for darn near 100 sometimes. So depending on how many copies are on eBay at a given time. But yeah, got that one, and we also got, I believe, on the same day too,
No, this is a week later actually. This is just Friday. This is like a day ago. But we got Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening on the Nintendo Switch. This just came out. I'm very excited to play it eventually. I just need to find time to do so. Um, yeah, I really like the original, so I can't wait to play the remake. And by can't wait, I mean I probably will have to wait because I have to clean all this stuff still. I've been slowly working at getting my game room clean, so it's been a process for sure. There's just random garbage down here, mostly just random pickups that I haven't gotten taken care of yet, but yeah, we're most of the way there, so that's good. And then there's one last game. Oh brother, there is one last game to this pickup video, which is it's a big pickup. So Cubivore on the GameCube and another game have been skyrocketing in price lately. Like stupidly. Like Cubivore used to be, it used to be probably right around $180. Yeah, now a good clean condition copy like mine is like, God, it's nearing like it's over 300. Like it's stupid. Like how quickly just those two games have been increasing in price. Now I do have Cubivore, so I didn't need to worry about that one. As far as I'm concerned, that one can be worth $1,000 if it wants to. I already own it, so no worries about that one. But this other game I didn't have before. So I was putting on eBay watch lists for it. I was adamant about trying to find myself a copy that wasn't too expensive. My budget was like under $200 at this point because I really need this because it's a GameCube game and I'm going for a complete set for. Right now, I'm focusing on the only 4 titles. That is my goal right now, and then we'll move on to the multi-plat games. So, starting with just the games that are only on the Nintendo GameCube. You can only find those experiences on the Nintendo GameCube, and this is one of them. And it has gotten stupid expensive compared to what it used to be. I remember when this game was like $90, $100, and I was like, I'm gonna get it later. That's what procrastination does to you. So I set up a bunch of eBay lists, and I was like, you know what? And my procedure is usually set up eBay lists, and then the second place I usually check is Amazon. I've never found a good deal on Amazon, but I usually still check anyway. And this is the first time ever I found a good deal on Amazon. Ever. And for that game, of course, is Gotcha Force. Yeah, finally own this. One that I was looking to get for a while and just never got to get, I guess. Yeah, this one, all in with tax, cost me $160 on Amazon because it was, I think they had priced it based off of the disc-only copies. So that they had on Amazon. Because for those of you who don't know, everything's like super overpriced on Amazon, 99.9% of the time. But sometimes if they do something like that, you can get a good price on a game. So I recommend usually checking Amazon before you pull the trigger on eBay because sometimes you can just find it. I mean, they don't have pictures of the listings and everything. But the one issue with this game, though, is I don't know how well this will come across on camera. Oh, it comes across very well on camera. But yeah, there's liquid damage to it. So, liquid damage to the case. So, I'm going to see if I can get it negotiated down. I'm sure as heck not sending it back. But that being said, the listing did say it was in good condition. I was expecting a good condition case, and I would call this acceptable condition. I would say if they had it for acceptable, I'd be like, well, yeah, that's fair enough. But they had it at good condition, which is one of the reasons why I bought that particular copy. And I wouldn't call that good condition. But the disc is in great shape. A couple light scratches on it from what I could see checking it out, but kind of with the territory, I guess. So I think that's pretty much it. I think that's all for pickups that I have right now. As far as I can remember. I don't think I picked up any new consoles this time around. First time in a while I haven't picked up any new consoles. Which is good. I don't have space for, like, my consoles are just stacked up over there right now because all my extra consoles. I have a couple Super Nintendos over there, just like a stack of Xbox 360s, stack of Wii's. It's insane. I got to get rid of some of them. I feel, but yeah, all that will be in due time. But for now, this has been Dusty. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I hope to see you again soon. And yeah, I might end up doing some more talkie videos, some more that kind of thing videos on the channel. Once again, I'm not promising anything, but I might start doing those. So if you see them on the channel, don't be too surprised. But yeah, I might start doing some just videos where I talk about topics and stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see y'all next time. Take it easy.